We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times. They timed this so perfectly, so when we're recording...
It's almost like they want to put on a show.
You know, this is our last episode with Matcha as our intern. We should give him a sending off.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now.
Send in the clowns.
I really do think that Baxter's going to have some withdrawals.
He is going to have
I absolutely think so, too.
I think they both are going to have a hard time.
The only good part is, 4 weeks later, we leave and he's staying over at their house. So
for 3 weeks.
So he'll have another 3 weeks of Matcha time.
What's he going to do when he's like, oh, I'm not sleeping in the bed with you?
Oh, we don't know yet.
We have to figure out, we have to tell
them,
Quentin and Renan. Hi, Quentin and Renan. Shout out from the episode that, we told him he's not crate trained. And so when Ben and Jim tried to have him sleep on the floor, Baxter was not having it.
Really?
He kept going right up on the bed.
Oh my God.
And they couldn't hold out either. They were like, we tried to, but he kept looking at us like, why can't I get on the bed?
I know those manipulative eyes.
They watched them at their house for us when we were in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, right.
Yeah, for a couple of days. So
When were we in Palm Springs?
For that trade show.
back in January.
Girl, I can't keep up with you've
I
been
know we're all...
Just like Johnny Cash said, you've been everywhere, man. Right, that was Johnny Cash?
I don't know.
I just remember it like, I've been everywhere, man. That's like legit. It's legitimate.
No,
we'll play it later so we don't get copyright struck in.
Song by Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I just remember it was a car commercial. I think it was like for Ford or something. And it was like, maybe it was a car commercial, but it was like, I've been to Kentucky and a Monkey.
That's a fun little musical fact there. I didn't know.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm starting off. I've been very...
Foreshadowing.
I have had such good shuffles lately, and I don't know if the Spotify gods are blessing me down, but on the way on my bike ride in today, it was the Ketchup song. Do you know the Ketchup song?
No.
Okay, I'll play it later because I played it for Nick and I was like, do you remember the song? He's like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, am I the only one that knows this song?
It must be the one where I did Pineapple Pen.
I love PPAP.
Oh my
The
God.
ketchup song is like anticipation when the Heinz ketchup was coming out. And
then you have to shove the knife in.
yeah.
Well, because it was the glass jars, and they would so you had to smack
the bottom. Yeah, you do.
Smack the
I remember they would tell you you have to put something in it to get the air out, and then I don't understand because it's every time you went to a diner, you'd have ketchup issues. And I'm like, do they refill them?
Yes, they do.
I didn't know that.
It's what they call marrying the bottles. They take one, put it on top of the other.
No.
Let that drip down into the other
And
one.
those same people have a problem with gay marriage.
Right.
Girl, that's like docking.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing ketchup bottle docking. Oh my God.
And two tops.
For real. And then they sheet
Not
it
going
through.
anywhere.
Exactly. It's like lesbians. With 2 bottoms together. It's just nothing's happening.
I don't know. Oh my God. So speaking of ladies, but not related, but also related, we were going through tests that we have to do of our products. And one of them was vaginal test. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh my God.
Because it's topical. So
it was for a body wash. And I texted, I was like, I didn't know how to say to my boss, who was a woman, I was like, so I texted, sent her a Teams message, and I was like, why do we have downstairs lady part tests?
Well, but if you think about even if it were sunscreen, you could go to a nude beach.
That's true.
You want your down under to be...
You do. And she was like, I took a little bit of time to try and understand. I was like, I didn't know how to say it.
She was like, we are very scientific here. You could just say it.
Well, then I was like, would I have gotten flagged from IT?
For hoo-ha? For
saying vagina.
Oh, maybe.
Only if you say monologue right after it, you're okay.
Yeah. All right. That's a pro tip.
Speaking of vagina, I'm Paul.
No, you're a cunt.
That too.
And I'm Joe, not a vagina.
And we're these unprecedented gays.
Although you use my name and call me a vagina.
Don't ever say that again.
Vapala?
No, not at all. No. So how was your week, Joe?
So I actually had like things that I did. We saw you guys. I'll get into that. But so my friends Matthew and Katie, they had a joint birthday party on the 2nd, not marijuana. And we went to El Cajon because Katie's boyfriend's mom's sister was in town. I know.
Oh my God, Katie's boyfriend's mom's sister?
Correct.
I love her.
Don't know her name, but she was visiting from Mexico because Katie's boyfriend's mom is from, I think, like Guadalajara or something. Okay. And so it was her niece, I think. And she made like really authentic birria tacos. So it was really, really, really good. Okay. Like she dipped it in the sauce.
Consomme?
Sure.
Which Linda said she also makes that. She's gonna.
Yeah, Linda told us about her birria tacos. She's like, "Oh, you like beer?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, you don't go down to Tijuana because it's dangerous." I was like, "That makes it more tasty." She's like, what? And I was like, just whatever. But so they were really good tacos, and then it was not cake that Andy would make, but it was a cake from Vaughn's, and I have a soft spot for the generic shitty cakes from Vaughn's, but it was really good.
The one in Mission Hills is not called Pavilions.
I will get into that.
But I also have a soft spot because I have one every week. It's the chocolate with the chocolate frosting on top because Andy buys it for me at the store.
Okay, in the fridge, in the little circle fridge section. Okay, I have always wanted to try them, but I'm scared that they're not going to be good. Are they good? Does it meet expectations?
It delivers exactly what you.
You wanted something sweet cake, and and there's
with
still
a sweet fudgy frosting.
Well, because they have the red velvet, and then a funfetti whatever.
I only get the chocolate, the chocolate fudge, or the German chocolate.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You don't know what the grocery store is.
Oh, that's right.
Every time he's like, I need some more things. And I was like, do you know where you go to buy food? There are these things called grocery stores.
We say it like Donald Trump.
It's where the Postmates go to pick up your groceries.
To pick up stuff, yeah. So speaking of Pavilions Vaughn's, I went there, I think on Thursday or Friday, maybe it was Friday, looking for a brookie. As we know, I love a brookie, and they don't have them. And I think that because it's Pavilions, they don't make brookies.
Oh, God.
Which I now have to boycott the fucking store.
Do you though?
No, you don't.
Can't you just go across the street and get a brookie?
No,
Most
because
of the things haven't changed, though.
But their pastries are different. Their
No,
cookies
look
are not the
they
same.
have here.
Nope.
Pavilions.
Nope.
Brookies.
We will see. The jury is out.
The only thing that's different is the
cookies look
cost.
different.
They're
Their
charging you
large cookies look different. I'm telling you.
They're charging you 10% increase.
How do you know?
Because it went from $2.99 to $3.29.
Because of the
More
tariffs.
letters in brookie. I mean, in Pavilions, so it costs more to light up that sign.
I see.
I can have them delivered to you. I'll do that.
No, because they need to be either made the day before or same day. You don't get none of that 2-day-old shit. It's dry and crusty. And then over the weekend we saw you guys with Andrew Davis and Gio.
Friends of the show.
For what?
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show. And I still don't know if I'm Andrew Davis's cousin, but I'm going to go with it because that's my great-grandma's maiden name. So maybe we're related. I'm not related to Gio. You never know. But the barbecue where we went, the barbecue that they got back was really good. I don't know. What was it? Dell's Hideaway?
Dell's Hideout.
Hideout? Ooh.
Yeah.
So if you're in San Diego and you want good barbecue, it was really good.
And the Trader Joe corn chips they got were the best.
Those were tasty. And the dip was good and your cake was really good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the cake you made was delicious.
That red velvet, chef's kiss. And then now I'm trying to put together my packing list for France. And it's going to rain all week in France.
Oh, no.
You haven't put together your packing list yet?
I have a draft.
Girl.
So
I'm
when
gonna
that
pack
would have
on
been
Friday.
I don't have a list. Should I have a package?
Yes, but
No.
there are two people. There are two types of people that pack: Nick and Joe.
if you don't bring it, then it gives you an excuse to buy it. Then.
Well,
That's-
and that's
that's
the
my
thing. It's like
mentality.
I just need the necessities, like a rain jacket, an umbrella, my like waterproof shoes, because it's gonna rain all.
Are you going to be Paddington?
Yeah.
Like your little raincoat and Wellington boots?
My yellow pleather yellow rain jacket. But I want to go in the water. Like, so even if it's raining, I'm gonna go in the water.
Oh my god, you could be what's the girl who lives in the hotel?
Heloise?
Eloise. You could be Eloise. Like,
Wait, what's
That's
Eloise?
Paris, right? I think.
But
she
that
lives
is
in
Paris. Yeah,
But
it's
they're
still
going
France.
to,
But it's still
going to
France.
Same shit.
Nice.
But it's better than it's closer
Yeah.
than Paddington is
see,
from
that's-
London.
The weather
Oh
is
yeah, Eloisian. What's it called? Her Eloise.
Eloise.
kind of
She
a
lives
bummer.
in a hotel.
Huh. Well, good for her. She'd probably get really good service, good food.
The last
People do her
couple of
sheets for
days
her.
will be, but basically the bulk of our trip's supposed to be
Monday through Thursday, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's okay.
But here's the thing: I don't mind it because I think it'll clear people out, and like I don't mind walking in the rain
And I'm like, it's not supposed to rain all day, is it?
all day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 88% chance. Anyway, so we'll see. We're gonna.
So lots of raincoats.
The other day, it rained here, and it's like, we're looking on the thing, and it said 40%. looked out the window, I'm like, looks about like 100%, bitch.
the weather app is not great.
So I
Let's
learned
be
about
real.
this recently. When it tells you 40% chance, it means that there's a 40% chance that in the area, 40% will have rain in it.
What?
Which is the stupidest way to report it. Is it going to rain or not?
Well, that's what I always loved, the 50% chance of rain. Well, you didn't tell me anything. Cause
Right.
Maybe it'll rain, maybe it won't.
It's like the girl from Mean Girls that uses her boobs to.
It's like I have ESPN or something. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. How are you guys? What's new with you?
So for those who've been following the drama, I got my passport back.
gate.
Yeah, passport gate. Yeah, the woman finally showed up. She was sick
From the rental car place.
at the rental car place.
oh,
So I
she
was
wasn't
like-
on vacation?
No, she wasn't on vacation because I was like, "Oh, how was your time off? Did you have a good time?" And she was like, "Oh, I was sick." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess you didn't have a good time then."
Did you say I was sick of not having my passport?
But I got it back, so I didn't have to. But the funny thing is we went Saturday and got my passport pictures done
Right.
at the place, and I was like, the woman was taking my picture. She didn't look like she was. The woman at Staples was not happy to be there, first of all, and then she just got on the floor, and we happened to walk by, and she was like, "Can I help you?"
Oh no. And you were like, yeah, I'm here to have you do your job.
Yeah, and she was like, "I can help you over here," and I'm like, "Okay, thanks."
It's like a good thing you don't have to smile because
So I'm just like, I was very happy because I got the text message, the email from Budget at like 8:30 on Monday morning, and I was like, I got up from my seat, I was like, I gotta go. And everybody at work was like, "What's going on?"
Diarrhea.
I was like, "No, I'm
Diarrhea.
like, they found my passport. I gotta go. I gotta go to the airport. I'll be back. Bye."
Well, and it's not far. Like,
Right.
it's not like you're going miles away.
And then I get there, I get my passport, and I come back, and I'm like, I drop it off with Andy. I'm like, "Here."
Keep it on your person.
It's now in the safe.
Well, so I have a question for the timing of it because you have 30 days to reclaim your lost property, right?
Right.
What day were you on of 30?
Like it would have
28?
been no. It's like I still had another week, just over a week.
That's cutting it real close.
I know it was,
And that was her fault because she was sick?
How's that her fault if she's sick?
Wear a mask, girl. You're around a high traffic area. You should know better.
And so we also did, of course, we did game night with you guys and
fun.
Andrew Davis. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of,
I think I won all the games.
you didn't win all the games.
I did.
I did.
He won in his heart.
The Jack and you don't know Jack.
The
games.
Jackbox games.
They're fun.
I love
They're
those.
good, yeah.
I love those.
I love the murder mystery one. It's so fun.
Although those trivia questions are not easy. Like, I get the one that I won, I guessed all of them. I didn't know any of the answers.
Well, see, there you go. That's
But you were
That's why
making
it's fun.
intelligent guesses. See,
Which
that's
is
good.
not my forte.
You know, like they asked the question about what model of the crock pot holds 3 quarts, and you were smart enough to pick the one with the number 3 in it.
I was a lucky guess.
That was brilliant.
But it
And I
also
didn't
could have
do
been
it.
like the 6-quart one. You know what I mean?
But like all of us afterwards were like, "Oh, it has a 3 in the name, so that makes sense."
Duh.
Hello.
Sure.
I just wish that they had the one with the rapping robots. Because I love the rap battle one. That's
Have
one of
we
my
played that
favorites.
one before? I think we have.
I think we have.
I think so. Maybe not.
That
Yeah,
seems
where you
familiar.
go against each other, you have to make rhymes.
Oh, and like you write the text and it raps it for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
it's
we
Fitz
played it
Hot
at your
Fire.
old place.
Yes.
I think Aiden was there.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He was. We did it a couple times too as a big group. I think
Yeah.
over Zoom because that was back in the COVID days.
It
when
was
we were doing
the bubble
that's
days.
so much better.
Jackbox over Zoom.
Oh, those good times.
I know when the stores were empty. We're getting there again.
People stayed 6 feet away from me at all times.
Keep your distance, ho.
You know, the stores will be empty again soon.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean, girl. Yep.
So yeah, that's about my week. It was a very eventful week because I was just very happy to get my passport, and Andy got me
awesome.
checked into my cruise, so I'm very happy about that.
It's probably like a big sigh of relief too,
yeah.
right?
And now we're like into we're still doing a lot of like planning and stuff for our trip.
The fine details at this point.
So just like everybody knows, Andy and I are going to Vienna doing a cruise to the Greek islands with a group of our friends, and then we're doing Barcelona. So we have basically Vienna down. So now we were trying to do some of the Greek islands and then do some Barcelona stuff. So.
It's Barcelona.
Well, and the cruise is with like 14 other people, so it's a big group, and kind of getting everybody who's going to participate in this activity, who's going to participate in this activity, and coordinating it all.
Who's doing the coordinating?
Everybody's doing their part. It's
Yeah,
really.
really.
A very cool. Like
It's starting off really, really nicely because everybody seems to want to do their part and offering up suggestions and doing different things and taking on responsibility for different things.
Because I was going to say,
So-
who's the ringleader? And everyone's a ringleader.
And there is no one person, because like one couple kind of coordinated when we go to this one stop. They coordinated the trip and they bought the reservation, like the private tour, and we're all reimbursing them.
Oh, that's nice.
We're doing like dinner at one place and a private tour when we get to Santorini, the Greek island.
Which is funny because Santorini, when I was trying to get reservations, would not do a reservation for 16 people during sunset.
Oh,
I told you. I'm sorry. Our dogs have like really bad gas and they've been farting, and somebody just did one. And it got in my mouth. But anyway, so like a lot of places wouldn't take a table of 16.
why don't
So-
they can't facilitate 16 people?
I guess not. But 4 tables of 4,
Stop it.
4 different reservations, they could do it.
Oh, that's right.
Toxic.
Listen,
I'm going to turn the fan on low.
I'm watching the paint peel.
better out than in. And you know what? It's just a sign of a digestion. And we all have gas.
We know that they ate, so that's a
They
good thing.
they ate.
I have to say, I appreciate those that like to plan trips. In this trip that we're going to France, the only things that we have planned are the couple activities that from like the suggested group that we could pay for before. But we have days of nothing planned, and it's just going to be like we're going to wing it in Cannes.
You know, and I sometimes wish that I could be that person, but I have to plan in my spontaneity.
Well, but you guys,
spontaneity.
I think so. Here's the thing. I think because it's only one location, there is a little bit more ability to do
Right.
that.
You're
But
spending
you
like a
guys,
week.
right? You guys for having there's limited time, so it makes way more sense to plan it out.
Right.
So you
Well,
maximize.
And the other things, like there are certain days when certain museums are closed or churches
Yeah.
are closed.
Oh, that's important,
Like
yeah.
the more, and nowadays you need reservations for a
For
lot of
everything.
these things with time. So it helps to have a little bit of a plan. But we always only like schedule half a day. The other half is spontaneous. Like we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about Barcelona because we get to eat at like the number 10 restaurant in the world.
Oof.
And
Damn.
then, oh wait, no, that's in Vienna. That's
Right.
in Vienna.
In
Sorry.
Vienna.
Is Barcelona the number 11?
No, actually, I do have a waiting list request in for the #1 restaurant in the world in Barcelona.
No
and
way.
Then,
how long's the wait list?
It's a very small restaurant. It's called these two. I have it in my it's Disfrutar.
Okay.
I'm probably saying that wrong and butchering it.
No,
but,
you're good.
It is the #1 restaurant in the world, and they only as of 2024. So it's like super busy.
Damn.
Yeah.
But we're going to see if our friend Christian can get us.
Yeah.
Oh,
He used to
yeah.
work in
Michelin,
Barcelona.
wow.
Yeah, 3 Michelin. Where the one in Vienna is also 3 Michelin star, I think, and then we are eating at a 1 Michelin star already.
Is
in
higher
Barcelona.
stars better?
More stars is good.
Okay.
3 is the most.
Okay.
Yeah, and I ordered a shirt because I see it on Instagram all the time. And I'm like, finally, I'm just like, I broke down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. It's the Michelin Man, and it says, "You'll eat where I tell you to eat."
Oh my god. Are you gonna wear that to all of your dinners?
I was only gonna wear it to the Michelin star ones. But I was like, I was telling somebody about it, and then they're like, I don't get it. I was like, Michelin Tires is the Michelin Guide, and they're like, are you serious?
I didn't know that for a long
Well, yeah,
time.
it started because it was
Yep.
trying to encourage people to drive and
Yep.
wear out their tires.
Right. And they would tell you where
Oh
to
my
stop
God.
and eat in different places.
Huh.
And so that's how the Michelin Guide started. So
Disfrutar.
It
In
means, I
English,
forget disfruto
enjoy.
means.
it
Yeah.
means what in English?
Enjoy.
Oh, okay.
It's the verb disfrutar.
Okay.
Disfrutar.
And we're going to try to hit like a rooftop bar too.
Yeah,
in
you are.
Barcelona.
In the Gothic Quarter.
I've been doing a little reading and suggestions of like if we go to restaurants in France that like if we want to eat at a nice restaurant to not go in like shorts and flip flops.
It says it's suggested to dress
to
up.
like,
It's probably a good thing
and I
not
think
to do that.
I think that's also true. So we have to plan a couple of outfits of like if we want to do a nice meal.
No,
to-
one outfit, same thing. It's fine. Just repeat.
Nobody's gonna see you at all the different
No.
Oh no, there are going to be like 10 other. It'll be just like White Lotus. Every time you go to dinner, there's
my
the
God.
same 10 people showing
And then
up.
they'll be like, wait, did I see you in that? No, what are you talking about? Are you drunk? God, are you on drugs? Jeez, you have early
I have
onset
this in every color,
Alzheimer's.
sir.
You must
Yeah.
be having lorazepam.
This is a trip.
This is my tsunami outfit. So what's giving you life, Joe? Because it's time for
Mouth to mouth resuscitation. One, two, three, four, 5 things.
Wow.
whoa.
That's a lot of
Songs, a couple songs. So this was like a blur of giving me life over the past couple of weeks, and it's Step by Step by Whitney Houston.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Because there's like both versions, the non-remix, but the one that keeps playing on my shuffle is the like regular version, and there's like a little like dun, 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 like guitar part, and I'm like, this is so good, and like the build up, and it's like it's so good, I love it. That's amping me up, and then also the song I'm Late to This Party, which is Doja Cat's Boss Bitch. Mm-hmm. Which is, I know it's like 3 years old or like 2 years old, but like it also is popping up on my
But
shuffle.
sometimes you're in a different place.
I didn't realize
in your
it was
life.
that. But so here's the reason. I think I saw the Marsha versus
Anitra.
Walk the Duck Girl, yes, as a clip on Instagram where she like flips over her, and I was like, oh, that's the song. And then like, I don't know if it was a day or two later, it came in on my shuffle because I just do like the DJ on
Because your phone
Spotify.
is listening to you.
I'm okay with it. I'm getting good shuffles. And so that one, I was like, oh, I feel like fierce. Like I listened to it, and I was like, okay, I'm a bitch. Like, yes.
You're a boss bitch.
I gloss, or I shine like floss. Still learning the lyrics.
Okay.
The other thing that is giving me life is obviously getting ready for France. But like my packing list and figuring out what to bring. My mom was cute because I called her on the Sunday, I think, and she's going to Japan. And she was like, I don't know what to bring on the plane. And I was like, oh, well, like, you're going to have to bring some things to be comfortable or whatever. She was like, oh, okay. And so she doesn't have noise canceling headphones. I was like, you just go get some AirPods.
Yeah.
And so on Monday, she text messaged me and she goes, iPod noise canceling earbuds, check. And I'm like, AirPods? She's like, oh yeah, that. Airbuds. I know.
The dog.
Oh, I love that movie, that golden retriever. So France is giving me life, and then I got a game for Nintendo Switch because we're going to be on a 37-hour flight effectively.
It's not 37 hours.
9 hours, whatever. Called Xenoblade
Right.
Chronicles X Definitive Edition. A lot of words, but it's like a post-apocalyptic, like human has to leave Earth because aliens are attacking it, and they like crash landed on another foreign planet, and it's like kind of like surveying and like surviving. So that is giving me life.
Surveying and surviving.
What I saw was you were targeting the monster that had the big testicle you had to kill.
Yes, it was the poison sac.
The poison sac.
Yeah.
I love a poison sack.
And then lastly, my last giving me life is the excuse of I can't because the tariffs, girl.
Well, you heard about what's happening at midnight tonight, right?
What's happening at midnight
There's
tonight?
104%.
Oh yeah,
tariff
on China. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be real cute.
So we were living for the meme now of, I guess China posted, or somebody from China posted a meme, and it's like the whole idea of these tariffs is to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. So it's pictures of average overweight American white people sitting at sewing machines.
Stop
like,
it.
In a sweatshop, basically sewing two pieces of fabric together.
Oh my
And it's
God.
like,
Very slow.
And you know what's interesting? Like the whole, like I understand the idea of like, hey, bring jobs to America, but the whole like trade deficit of like, oh, like we have a trade deficit with Vietnam because it's cheap labor and it's like pennies to the dollar to like pay workers and to get products from there, and like Vietnam isn't going to buy American stuff, so like it doesn't work like that. And like bringing things in to make in America, again, we can't make coffee. There are things that we literally do not have the ability to as a country, which is why there is global trade.
Right.
But anyway,
Our avocados.
you are just a mouthpiece of Brian
I
Tyler.
am.
I was
No,
going to say, he's been watching a lot of...
no, that was Legia Miller, my bestie lawyer friend. I watch a lot of. Then I delete them on YouTube because I don't want to get suggestions. Like the other day, it was like news, and I was like, you delete.
And then it was like all of a sudden all the Speedo divers came back, and it was
No,
like,
that is on
I'm home
Instagram.
again.
YouTube is curated for like cycling and skincare, and then there's this girl that does like food. Her name is Ann Reardon or whatever. She says how to cook that, and she'll do like debunking
Oh, I
stuff.
thought it was like a mukbang or something like
No, I can't do those. No. No. So what's giving you life?
I was going to say, our YouTube is curated. It's all now like, oh, things to do in Vienna. How cheap is it to live in Vienna? Like all this.
Are we moving to Vienna?
No. It's just we've watched so many videos about it that it's like it's now just all that is
YouTube
coming
thinks
up.
we're moving to Vienna.
Joe gets mad at me when I watch YouTube on his account because it doesn't have commercials.
Oh,
And
because
he's
then
like,
it like
you're messing up my algorithm.
Oh, but you should let him. That's part of love.
No.
love is messing up your algorithm.
No, ma'am.
Are you kidding? We both mess up each other's algorithm.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, be my algorithm right now.
Okay, wreck it. Okay, so I only have two. Well, the first one was getting my passport, so I've already talked about that.
I mean, I think that's more than giving you life. That's like giving you a break.
right, that's giving me access to the world, girl.
For now.
Yeah.
Until we're not allowed out of the States.
And then the last thing is it's also a game on my Switch because it just came out. It's Shikoden 1 and 2, the remaster.
Okay.
For
Why are our
Nintendo
titles
Switch.
for our games so long? Shikoden 1 and 2, the art. What was it? The remaster?
I don't know.
Sheboygan.
It's Suikoden.
Sukiden?
I think it's Shikoden, but it's like it might be Suikoden.
I don't speak that language.
It's a Japanese RPG, and it's fantastic. It's one of the best JRPGs out there.
They're cute.
Yeah. So I'm going through one right now, and then when you finish one, you can use some of the saved information in two.
Oh, how does that work?
It's because they're like in the same game thing.
Oh,
Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing about RPGs is I get a hard time with like the you hit me and then you hit me and then like back and forth.
well, the turn-based
What's RPG?
role-playing game.
It's like where I hit you and you lose 14 points, and then you hit me and use
lose,
a
yeah.
power up, and now you.
Oh, is that how this
Kinda
is?
like
turn-based,
Pokemon.
yes.
Yeah, turn-based.
Oh, like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
So,
that.
I like it too. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm just like, I'm very happy that I have it because then it'll give me something to do more on our flight as well.
Right.
So,
Take forever.
but I'm glad that you did the foreshadowing earlier in the episode because we're going
I'm
to circle back now
trying.
about the Johnny Cash thing.
Are we going to
because
unpin it?
We're going to unpin that now and let the air out because for this week we're going to talk about musical facts. And it could be about songs, it could be about albums, it could be about the artists themselves. Anything goes.
It is like a giant pop-up video.
And I love pop-up videos. I really did.
What's a pop-up
On
video?
VH1, they used to have this show called Pop-Up Videos. And they would play videos.
love it.
And then you'd hear this pop-up and it would like...
Little word bubbles would come up and explain like little facts about the group.
I feel
or-
like I've seen that.
Oh yeah, you would
you probably
recognize
have,
it.
Yeah, you have.
Pop-up video.
Pop-up video is the best.
It was the best. I used to love watching them, and I'd watch them over and over again. And it's like it was always, and they always had like funny ones too, to go with like the very serious fact ones. So
Like, this artist died of an overdose. But this artist also loved bubblegum.
something like that.
He was eating a banana as he was recording this.
Okay, so my first one is the first commercial CD pressed in the United States was Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA."
Wait, the first CD pressed?
The first commercial CD pressed in the United States was Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA."
It's awesome.
Oh.
Interesting.
I was like, what's that? How does
And that
song go?
song was not what people think it's about. They think it's about
American Pride?
American Pride, but it's actually a song about protesting like Vietnam War or something.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's a song tidbit.
Yep.
Interesting.
And it's treatment on the U.S. government's treatment of its war veterans.
Well, there you go.
So there you go.
Interesting.
I
So,
know.
okay,
This is the kind of stuff you learn, and I love this.
I was telling Paul before we started that I was reading through like fun facts about music, and I was like, these are really interesting, and I learned a lot. So the first couple I have are things that I already knew,
Okay.
and then the other ones are ones that I learned. So I think my favorite one is the Macarena. I don't know who it's by, but it's like the '90s song,
Dos
right?
Los Rios.
That one, yes, but with a girl. And I learned as an adult that it's actually about cheating. Like, because when you're a kid, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like the Macarena dance. But like the lyric where it's like, oh, like, what was I supposed to do? He was out of town and his two friends were so fine. Like, girl, we were in kindergarten. Macarena ain't to a cheater song. And I'm here for it.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and the ABC song. Same song.
Oh.
Mind blown.
It is.
I'm doing it in my head.
Even our listeners are probably...
Wait, are those
they're
Wait,
like,
we can sing those. I don't think those are copywritten. Are they?
No, they're
No,
public domain.
public
You can-
domain.
Thank God.
can sing it.
Finally a song we can sing.
That in the Bible, we can say that all we want.
We don't need that
I
one.
don't do that one.
No.
So what's another one that you already knew?
Okay, Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton was not written for Toni Braxton. Who do you think it was written for?
Whitney Houston.
Celine Dion.
Oh.
But it didn't, like, Celine was like, I think, I forget the backstory, but she, like, was like, no thanks. And then it got, like, lobbed to other people, and Toni Braxton was the other one.
Do you know who else had a song, who had a hit song, but it was written originally for Celine Dion?
No, who?
I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. From the
What?
Armageddon soundtrack.
No.
It's written by Diane Warren, who wrote it specifically for Celine Dion, but they passed on it, and Aerosmith took it and it became their biggest hit.
That's so funny. I wonder if Celine Dion like has regrets.
I think she's doing fine.
I think she's okay.
She's doing fine, but like
She's like made
But
$700 million.
I
think
think songs
that-
where
yeah.
she's like, but it's weird because like,
love
yes,
that
you might
song.
have regrets, but also would have had the same impact if you sang it.
Well,
No.
I think it's different. Like I've always wondered about actors who pass up a movie role offered to them, and then it ends up being this huge hit. Like for that, you go, okay, you know, the individual actor would add value to it either way. But if it became a huge hit, like, and you passed it up because you did it to like do this horrible film that nobody went to, you know, like those are the kind of things you really regret.
Yeah, I think Celine's doing all right. I think she didn't miss a thing.
This is one of the songs that
She's
like
got a whole musical now.
What's
all
that?
of the.
She's got a whole musical now.
Wait. Oh, Titanic. Shall we go for it?
I still want to see it.
All right. So I have one. I didn't know this, but Bob Marley gave songwriting credits on "No Woman, No Cry" to his childhood friend Vincent Ford, who ran a soup kitchen in Jamaica. The royalties from that hit song helped keep the kitchen running.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
I think that's awesome. So but
Because
I shot the
he's
sheriff.
on the name, like named
Like,
on it?
because he's a songwriter in there.
Huh.
He gets royalties for that.
Oh, wow.
So, but also, I Shot the Sheriff. Not about shooting a police officer. It's actually about birth control.
Oh. Is that Bob Marley?
Yeah.
About birth control?
Yeah, because he didn't want his girlfriend to be on birth control. So the sheriff is actually the doctor who was giving it to her. So.
But he
So the
didn't
nurse
shoot the
gave it to her
deputy.
instead?
Who was the deputy? Him?
Probably the nurse, yeah.
Oh. I was thinking shooting could be like ejaculate.
Oh, maybe.
What? An obscure. Yeah, I shot the sheriff.
I shot the sheriff in the face on his back.
Cut to
Back
that
shots.
porno.
Maybe just don't say that out loud in places.
Why?
Hey, I'm going to shoot the sheriff later. Is that okay?
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Did I send you the video of the woman who has Tourette's on TLC and she has like a show now?
Yes.
And she was going through TSA and she's like, I have a gun. I have a gun. And I'm like, oh my
Don't say
god.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but like she like got safely through it. I'm like, I would be so terrified. Anyway, okay. So one that I kind of knew but didn't know was it's the song "Be My Baby Tonight" by Whitney Houston,
Love that
and
song.
so it was sung in one take.
Oh.
Whitney Houston recorded
it
the
was.
hit song in one take so she could go to the mall before it closed.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Whitney Houston was a woman of many talents. She could sing, act, and captivate audiences around the world by just humming a note. It turns out that Houston also recorded a hit song in no time at all. According to the legendary producers L.A. Reid and Kenny Babyface Edmonds, Houston recorded one of her most popular songs in record time and did so because she was in a rush to get to the mall. I'm like, girl, amen to you.
There are so many lyrics in that song, too.
I know. And a
A lot of words about Be My Baby Tonight. So another one-take wonder is Karen Carpenter. When she did Superstar,
I love that.
she was handed the lyrics on a napkin and did it in one take.
I don't think I've heard that song. Superstar?
That is what you are.
Karen Carpenter?
No, I don't think that's... No.
That's a rap
you're
song.
thinking of Get Out Superstar.
Yes!
Oh, no, sorry. That's Dolly Parton. She sings the original. and it's not-
Dolly Parton does not sing Ghetto
No,
Superstar.
she doesn't. But that song that is Ghetto Superstar comes
It's
from
sampled.
It's sampled by a Dolly Parton song.
I thought Ghetto Superstar was, the lyric was Get a Superstar. Like, Get a Superstar.
That's a whole other episode where we have misheard.
Oh my god, that's why I watch things in subtitles.
So in that same how long it took to record, the Grammy-winning guy Jacob Collier, who got the Grammy this year for Bridge Over Troubled Waters, the lead was done by Tori Kelly. Mm-hmm. She recorded that in 1 hour at her home. He flew to her house and recorded her part of it in an hour.
Jesus.
And if you hear that song, it's so
that kind of
crazy
talent.
ornamented.
There is a great video of Tori Kelly, doing Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey.
Okay.
For Mariah Carey at like a concert celebrating her. And she sounds freaking fantastic.
Tori Kelly is so talented.
But also to bring up Bridge Over Troubled Water, Simon and Garfunkel bickered nonstop while recording Bridge Over Troubled Water. Garfunkel wanted Simon to sing it. He's sorry that he didn't. And Simon never liked Garfunkel's closing Sail On Silver Girl verse.
Oh, I really like
Wait,
that.
is that the lyric?
It's part of like the last
Sail
verse.
on silver.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Their relationship was very turbulent.
Yes.
Right? Like at the end, especially. Like I think after they broke up, they didn't talk for many, many years, right? And then they did like one reunion or something.
Yeah, and then you know who else who just made up recently? Elton John and Madonna.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, what was their feud?
Oh, because he called her an overhyped cow. Said that she was a struggling stripper. A lot of things that he said.
When?
About her.
Was this a long time ago?
2001, 2003. He did it a lot of times. And then he
Damn.
would come back and like say he's sorry and stuff and whatever. So yeah, they had a.
I thought he couldn't talk.
No, he could talk.
No, Ellen John blind. He's going blind. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
He did Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, with Brady Carlisle.
Okay, so he's
so
not.
good.
He can talk. He just is losing or is like vision issues.
He just looks like my Aunt Joan when he's sitting at the piano.
Oh, you know what else is going to be like? I'm going to circle back real quick because we're talking about Saturday Night Live. You know what else is going to be like? I couldn't remember it, but I wanted to talk about it.
Marcella?
Ego doing her stand-up during
Wasn't
Weekend
that
Update.
hilarious?
Because she's like, Miss Egg, you know what? And she handed out, she didn't think people were going to say it because it's a largely white crowd. She was like, and they were like, play. And then she was like, how do y'all know?
Wait, what did she say?
She said, Miss Eggy, don't what? And they said, play. And then she goes further into it, and then she was like, filibuster. I had my fill of that buster. And then she goes, because men ain't what? And she didn't think people were going to say it. And then the audience says, shit.
Oh my god. Wait, is Miss Eggy a character?
It's Eggo's stand-up persona.
Oh my god.
And she is hilarious.
She was. Like the waffle, Eggo
She's
waffle.
so great. No, it's just her name. It has nothing to do with an ego.
Oh, okay.
There's no
It's spelled
food involved.
ego, but it's pronounced Eggo.
Oh.
And she actually does Lisa from Temecula.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
is
Oh,
hilarious as well. But anyway,
at the table.
She's actually become more and more one of my favorite people on that show.
oh yeah, and then some of the stuff when she was like filibuster, I had my fill of that buster, and then she was like, here come on, and she was like, here come another man.
The whole context is she's like, hey, they should have, they're not having somebody be at the
comedian
because they don't want to make it like
White House Correspondents' Dinner.
whatever it is, critical of any party. So she's like, but I can do it. I'll just talk about food the whole time. And then she goes and still makes these funny jokes.
It's hilarious.
It is so great.
Anyway.
That's a good recall. Good for you.
Yeah. So Barry Manilow's I Write the Songs was written by someone else. On Again, Off Again, Beach Boy Bruce Johnston to be exact. Because Barry Manilow's, one of Barry Manilow's biggest hits is I Write the Songs.
Yeah.
I Write the Songs the whole world sings.
Yeah.
He didn't write
He
it.
did not write that song.
But was he a showgirl? Did he write that one? Okay, I have two that were one dayers. So Dolly Parton wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You in one day. And then Celine Dion for My Heart Will Go On. That was recorded in one take and is actually a demo song, not the actual version. So it was supposed to be like a demo for, what's his name? James Cameron.
Yeah.
For like, hey, do you want to try this out? And that's what ended up being the final song.
Okay.
It's just crazy how all these like so many of these like iconic like songs are like this is like a one hit, like a one take, and like no
creative
effort.
process for people who can like write that they just hear it in their head and it's out.
Crazy.
That's just incredible.
And the way that
Not
they can
me.
emote it to like just know exactly where to take a breath or do something. It's crazy.
That's why they're worth $700 million.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you know what artist had the most weeks in a row on the Billboard 100 singles charts?
Britney Spears.
No.
Wait, like ever?
Ever.
Oh God, when did the billboards start?
Just take a guess.
Elvis Presley.
No.
Just say a name of a pop star.
I don't want to say Taylor Swift.
Okay. Well, it wasn't Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Beyonce, Elvis, or anyone you would think of. It was the Black Eyed Peas. They had a number one song followed by another number one song for a total of 28 weeks in a row at number one in 2009.
Get it,
Boom
Fergie.
Boom Pow.
Okay.
And then I Got a Feeling.
Oh my God.
Both from the same
Those are
album.
both Joe's favorite songs.
I love Black Eyed Peas. Ella Funk, yes please. And then whatever the second one was the second one Don't Funk With My Heart?
Oh, yeah.
Because the first one was like the blue
Well, actually,
album cover.
That was actually the first album is without Fergie. They didn't. They were like a high level rapping trio.
Interesting.
And then they added on Fergie at like Ella Funk or something.
Yeah. I feel like Fergie was a good addition.
She was for a while.
Until she peed on stage and then claimed it was sweat. Girl. Okay. So how many words do you think the longest song title has?
I don't know. Please don't. If it's like over 200, don't tell us what that.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The song with the longest title has 97 words.
Oh my God.
What song could that be?
You can find it in the album Future Fossils 1994 by Christine Lavin.
Oh, it's not a song anybody knows or has heard.
The full, I don't want to recite the full title. It's 97 words. God.
Okay, so Freddie Mercury is celebrated in Iran, a country where homosexuality is illegal. And Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody was the first rock song officially approved post-revolution since he calls for God in Arabic, where he goes, Bismillah, we will not let you go, to help regain his soul from Shaitan.
Oh, damn.
So
I thought that was Besmelda. I don't know, like
Bismillah.
that's...
another one where we leave it for our other episodes.
Yeah, that's a lot for me. Okay. Who do you think Rihanna's Umbrella was supposed to be originally written for?
I know.
Okay, then don't say it. The other team members.
It was for Janet Jackson.
Katy Perry.
No, close. Britney Spears.
Okay.
Can you imagine Britney Spears singing Umbrella?
Yeah.
Umbrella.
But do you know they also rejected Telephone?
Who did? Good.
label.
Can you imagine with her with the Gaga and Beyonce?
Yeah.
You've been a bad, bad girl, Gaga. I love that one. But when they have, it's like a horse, and the horse has the Beyonce hair. I'll have to find it.
So do you know who wrote "Do the Bartman" from The Simpsons?
No.
Michael Jackson.
What?
Michael Jackson wrote "Do the Bartman."
I'm trying to picture that song in my head, but all I can think is Dolly Parton. So
You mean Ghetto Superstar? Okay, wait. Perfect timing because my next one is a Michael Jackson one, and it's the band Toto, who was made famous for their song Africa, was Michael Jackson's backing band on the album
They were the
Thriller.
backing band for everyone.
I had no clue.
Yeah, if you watch the Yacht Rock documentary,
The Yacht Rock doc.
Yeah, it is all about. There's a big part of it about how Toto was a bunch of
Studio musicians.
studio players that would come in and just knock shit out. Like
But did
crazy.
they get credit for those songs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
Okay.
credited on so many
They're
albums.
like 1,000-something songs. in
That's
that one.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a really good documentary. So go watch it. Maybe download it for your trip.
yeah.
You watched it.
Do you ever
started
wonder,
it,
like,
started it.
if they get tired of playing that song?
I hope.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they do, but like, it's your moneymaker.
Yeah.
It drives white people
You're-
crazy.
Yeah, it
I
is
am
like-
white people.
I love that song. I know.
I know.
do.
I am white people. It's like
And I
songs
like
that make white people go
anybody's
crazy.
Variation on it, like
Oh, yeah.
If you're in Toto, you're expected to play 2 songs. You know, Africa and Rosanna.
Rosanna, right.
That's it.
I don't know Rosanna.
Rosanna. Okay. Which is actually written about Rosanna Arquette,
Don't know who that is.
who was dating someone in Toto.
Was it related to Courtney Cox Arquette?
Rosanna. Isn't it Rosanna?
Rosanna.
Yeah.
That's all we're allowed to sing.
That's all.
So did you know the beat or the rhythmic element in Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams incorporates a recording of her own heartbeat? Michael Jackson did the same thing for the intro to Smooth Criminal.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. The beat in Wildest Dreams. I'm trying to imagine the beat in
It's
the
her
Wildest
heart.
Dreams.
I wouldn't try too hard.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they recorded her heartbeat.
Yes.
That's kind of cool. And Michael Jackson did it for which one?
For the intro to Smooth Criminal.
Love that song.
I can't picture
And
that
just so
one.
you know, about Smooth Criminal, it's the one where they go, Annie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you know who Annie is?
No.
Annie was the name for a CPR doll that everyone uses back in the day.
Resuscitation Annie.
For Resuscitation Annie.
Resuscitation.
And the first thing you're
Macho,
supposed
you're
to do when you're dealing with Resuscitation Annie is, Annie, are you okay?
Yeah. Do you remember that in CPR training? Are you okay? Are you okay? You, call 911. I'm going to start. And you have to start.
Well, don't look to me if you are having a heart attack. You will die.
That's what we learned.
Lifeguard, I think.
That's what we learned.
No, I just know that when you do the pumping, it's the to staying alive. The chest compressions. Yep. Okay, so this one was interesting to me because I was like, oh, okay, sure. So Elvis Presley recorded over 600 songs during his career. How many do you think he wrote?
I know the answer to this one.
Anyone?
None.
Take a guess?
None.
I don't know.
None. The answer is none. He wrote no songs.
That does
Well,
not
some
surprise
people are
me.
not songwriters.
He was
They're
just
song singers.
He was just
so
a singer.
If you're a songwriter, but you're not a song singer, you get somebody to sing your songs who's a song singer.
absolutely. Or you go on that TV show, the song
Songland.
Songland. Yeah.
So I have a couple of them about Mariah Carey.
Okay.
So the climax and We Belong Together
Hey.
was recorded in one take.
You had me a
I
climax.
know.
Wait. Okay, I can hear it.
Mariah was working on the song, and label heads were coming in to listen to her stuff ASAP. So she belted it out right there to have something to show.
Oh, she climaxed.
Okay. P. Diddy didn't want to produce the Fantasy Bad Boy remix until he found out he'd get $60K.
Oh.
'Cause that's a lot of baby oil.
Oh. And all that money is now gone to waste.
I will say it makes me so sad because I really love that remix and a lot of the Bad Boy remixes that he did for Mariah.
Oh.
So anyway, he initially said no because he thought Mariah was whack. Also, Mariah cried in the car hearing Fantasy played in black neighborhoods
Oh.
because she wasn't technically. They didn't consider her a black artist.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't play her in black neighborhoods. So
Oh.
to hear that was really cool for her.
Oh.
And then last thing is DJ Clue had to get new sound equipment during the recording of Heartbreaker, which is one of my favorite songs. The remix with DeBrat and Missy is like one of my favorites.
Okay.
All the vocal layers on the song overloaded his original system.
Really?
I think that's so interesting.
Like it was too good.
It was too much for the system that he had.
Oh my
He wasn't
God.
used to that because he was a producer for R&B and rap artists. So, that to me it's I thought that was cool.
Okay. So I have I have a fact about the song Happy Birthday because it has a copyright owner. It's the Warner Chappell Music, and they earn approximately $2 million US dollars a year from the reproduction of the from the song. But the the copyright is expected to end in 2030, and it ended in Europe in 2016. So it will be public domain.
So the licensing world, that kind of stuff is so crazy. I had many years ago, I worked for a company that was trying to put a song on a slot machine, like they call them video lottery, but they're like in some states they have these networked digital lottery machines, like that. It looks like a slot machine where you push a button and you get the random thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they wanted to play "I'm in the Money" just like that. Dun 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 dun. dun that's that part. It was going to cost something like $100,000 to get the rights to do that for like so many years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, that's an old song. That was an old song back then. But
So copyright your stuff. That's what I'm hearing, everybody. Pro tip: copyright your ideas.
Let It Be by the Beatles was actually first released by Aretha Franklin 2 months before the Beatles version came out. So technically, it would
Is
be
a
considered
remake or a cover?
because the band gave her the song, but she took so long to record it that they just made their own version.
No.
Yeah.
Do we?
Classic Aretha.
I want to hear her version. Is
I know, right? It
Like,
probably
is it
really
released? Aretha Franklin?
I'm sure it is.
Oh, okay. How long do you think the longest song ever recorded is?
292 words.
No, like time. How long in time?
Oh. 64 minutes.
Any other guesses?
I know this one as well.
It's a song by the band Bowl of Heaven, and if you want to listen to it, it's called Chosen Priest and the Apostle of Infinite Space, and it will take 2 months to listen to.
I don't got... No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Also, like, did they just record it for 2 months?
I guess.
It's really hard to go to see it.
It's just a loop.
Yeah. You're like literally setting yourself up to
20th
fail.
Intermission now.
You can't distribute
No,
that.
you would need like 700 intermissions.
It would be so many CD playlists or record. Like that's
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
So I have a couple of things about the Spice Girls.
Oh.
Wannabe is the catchiest song of all time because in 2014, a group of researchers from the Museum of Science and Industry in England released an online test called Hooked on Music. It contained 1,000 quips from pop hits going all the way back to the 1940s. And it asked 12,000 participants to identify songs as fast as possible. They found that Wannabe by the Spice Girls was the catchiest song. People were able to recognize it in about 2 to 3 seconds, which was way below the 5-second average of identifying other popular songs.
Wow.
The other thing is, the iconic Zigga Zig Za in Wannabe started out as a joke and wasn't originally supposed to be in the song, but the girls loved it and kept it in.
Let me write it down.
Do you want to know my what I learned, or again another sort of like innocent little song when you're a kid was "To Become One," but that song's all about fucking. And here I was in kindergarten singing "Tonight is the night when two become one," wanting to be Baby Spice. Okay, so the song "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay" by Otis Redding. The outro, when he does that whistling, was improvised because he forgot what he was supposed to sing during that portion.
Oh, that's great.
Which
That
it's
is
like
great.
I couldn't imagine the song without the whistling because that's the whole fun part of it.
the whole
Yeah.
part of it. You wait for the whistling so you can do it. Okay, so the fact that Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best-selling album of all time, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But do you know the best-selling female singer album of all time?
Female singer album. Taylor Swift?
Nope.
It's not Taylor, huh?
I feel like
Carole
Taylor.
King Tapestry?
Nope.
Is it like a disco era girl?
Nope.
Madonna?
Nope. So the answer is going to surprise you.
Okay.
It's actually Shania Twain's "Come On Over" from 1997.
Hell yeah.
What? Yeah. So Bodyguard is actually the best-selling woman-fronted album, but it's a soundtrack with other artists on it. So Shania Twain actually has the only one where it's just her singing every song.
Is that the one with Let's Go Girls?
Yes.
Oh my god. Wait, and then You're Still the One I Want. That
Yes.
one?
So
I mean, that's
we'll
a
have
lot
all
of
the
good.
hits.
That's a good one. Okay, I have a fact about the song Yesterday by Paul McCartney. And the story is that he woke up one morning with the tune of Yesterday in his head, but not the lyrics. The placeholder words he worked with were scrambled eggs, oh my baby, how I love your legs.
Oh. Okay.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
My baby, how I love your legs.
I have a couple of things about Madonna. So Madonna's Like a Virgin song was written by a man trying to overcome a breakup.
Oh.
I know. And then so one of my favorite songs from Madonna is actually Love Song off of True Blue. I talked about this before.
Yeah, you have.
It's the one with Prince. So they never were in a studio together at any time recording that. They just went back and forth and sent each other stuff.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
Also, Prince played guitar on like Express Yourself and a couple of other songs.
I didn't know that.
Never got credit for it.
Rude.
But in Madonna's Love Song, she uses the line "Time goes by so slowly for those who wait, those who run seem to have all the fun." She also
love that
reuses
song.
that in "Hung Up."
I was just going to say, I know it from Hung Up.
Time goes by so slowly.
I
She
love
also
that album.
sampled Gimme, Gimme, Gimme by ABBA.
Yes. So, and then the last thing I have about her is She wrote several children's books in 2003 and 2004.
Madonna?
Yes. The first book of the bunch was called The English Roses, and it's one of the best and fastest-selling children's book of all time.
She wrote it in an English accent.
Probably. And then also...
when she was going through her phase.
Her book, Sex, is still the best-selling coffee table book of all time. I used to own that.
Oh.
Because I bought it when...
What's it about?
It's just pictures of her in undress and sexual positions and stuff.
Okay.
It was very much because it came out with at the same time Justify My Love did, so it was like this whole thing. It was like a whole marketing thing.
So it's not about sex?
It is about sex. And it's about sex and opening
a picture
up
book. Okay. Get a Madonna MDNA.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 more. So my second to last one is the song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" by Cyndi Lauper. Was written by a boy.
It was.
It was a Philadelphia singer, Robert Hazard. He wrote and recorded the original version 4 years before Cyndi Lauper made it a hit. A gay. He was a gay.
He was a gay. All right. So a couple of things about pop stars. Justin Timberlake's "Rock Your Body" was originally written by Pharrell for Michael Jackson.
Oh.
For his Invincible album, the one he was going to have that he had before he died.
Okay.
So, and Kelly Clarkson's "Since You've Been Gone" was turned down by Pink and almost went to Hilary Duff until Jimmy Iovine from the record label told him about Kelly, and they gave it to her. So
that's an iconic song. I don't think anyone else could sing other than Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. Oh, and I was circling back to your thing about Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay. That was actually the first posthumous song to hit #1 on the Billboard U.S. charts. So he was dead
died
before it hit #1.
Oh, but it was released when he was alive.
It was released when he was alive.
Well, no, because they're
Singing from
the
grave.
No, because what's his name? Tupac he's still making albums.
Yeah, but it's stuff that he's already recorded when he was alive.
No. But what I mean is it wasn't it wasn't on the records. People weren't listening to it. It was something that was somfrom the archives that wasn't released.
He's still alive. He lives in Northern California.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, my last one is about the song "Midnight Train to Georgia" because I love that song, and it was so the whole point was that it was supposed to be called Midnight Plane to Houston. And so the writer got the idea after overhearing his friend Lee Majors on the phone with his girlfriend Farrah Fawcett. Fawcett had told Majors that she was going to take the midnight plane to Houston to go visit her parents. The conversation stuck with the Weatherly, which is the guy that wrote it, and he wrote the song Midnight Plane to Houston in about 45 minutes, with Majors and Fawcett being the main characters. When producers heard the song, they loved it and wanted to give it to Sissy Houston, but asked Weatherly to change the location because Houston's last name. The song was changed to mention Georgia in a train instead of a plane, and Houston recorded it. A few years later, the song was given to Gladys Knight and the Pips, who recorded their own version. Their cover became a smash hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard Top 100.
Isn't it interesting how covers of songs do actually better than the originals?
I know, yeah.
Because who else has a cover that did really well was "I Love Rock and Roll" by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. That's actually a cover.
Of who?
Really?
It's by a group called the Arrows.
Huh.
See? People just did not know this stuff. All right. So when Stevie Wonder's "Superstition" hit the top of the U.S. Billboard, it got the record for the song with a one-word title to have the most letters that hit #1. And it held that record for about 30 years until it was beaten by Beyonce's "Irreplaceable."
Love both of those songs.
And now that's irreplaceable.
Not unforgettable?
No, not unforgettable.
That's what you are.
The first clip ever aired on MTV is the Buggles' "Video Killed the Radio Star."
Uh-huh.
And the first clip ever aired on MTV Europe is Dire Straits' "Money for Nothing."
And that was the first music video, right? On MTV, where it was "Video Killed the Radio Star"?
Yes.
Yep.
And then Van Halen's "No Brown M&M's" clause wasn't because they were picky about their candy. So they made
on their writer.
On their writer, they got made fun of because they would there was a group around for a long time. Nobody would who knew who it was, but they wouldn't have brown M&Ms on their thing, and they thought it was because they were being like high maintenance and everything. But in actuality, they had an elaborate stage setup that had to be done properly to avoid serious injuries. All the instructions and safety requirements were detailed in the tour rider. And the brown M&M clause was a small detail that they threw in so they could tell at a glance that the venue staff had read it carefully and followed all the instructions exactly.
Interesting.
So it was a test.
Yes. And my favorite thing when I worked in House of Blues was I keep forgetting how I sat next to the box office manager all the time. So they would also get all of the writers because they had to know who was getting free tickets and everything. And I used to love reading them because I was like...
Was it and this was basically the band provided it to the venue, and it's here's our list of things, right?
Right, that we need in the dressing room, from the venue, from lighting and sound. And
was that paid for by the venue?
Yes, they had to follow that, yeah. So if somebody wanted all white furniture in there, they had to bring in all white furniture.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So when P. Diddy was doing it, it was just
That would be a fun episode.
I love a good writer.
Research crazy writer.
Yeah.
I know that would actually be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not going long, but it's I have a couple more.
Okay.
So Kesha was born with a vestigial tail.
A what?
Vestigial tail.
She had a tail?
Yes.
Oh my god. That explains everything.
I liked her.
The dude in Aerosmith's Dude Looks Like a Lady is actually Motley Crue's frontman Vince Neil,
I knew that.
whose long blonde locks Aerosmith took for a woman at a bar one night.
Huh.
Well, did you know
I
that?
didn't know that.
Did you know that the Caroline in Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline is none other than Caroline Kennedy, whom Neil saw in a magazine photo in the 60s? It was a picture of a little girl dressed in nines in her riding gear next to her pony.
Huh.
That makes it
Kennedy,
worse.
the President Kennedy?
Now
It does sound a little
that
creepy.
song has always creeped me out. Now it's just
Does it really creep you out?
really creeps me
All
out.
right. So the guitarist James Young in the band Styx is an astronomer with an asteroid named after him because of the research.
Okay.
The Florian asteroid 2874 Jim Young. All the members of Queen were engineers.
No way.
Yeah. And Brian May is an astrophysicist.
Smarties.
There you go. I hope everybody learned something. I hope you got a
that.
kick
Oh,
out of it. It
absolutely.
makes you think. Look at your favorite songs or artists in a different way. All that. I love doing this. This is like catnip to me.
Well, and I liked learning because it was these aren't things that everyone knows, and they're
Correct.
fun little tidbits.
If you guys have facts, write them into us.
Yes, at tugayspod@yahoo.com. That's tugayspod@yahoo.com. Or send us a
Slide
DM and on Instagram at tugayspod.
Slip it in with P. Diddy's lube.
Baby oil.
I thought it was lube. It's oil.
It's baby oil.
Have a great weekend.
Freak 'em.
Have a great trip.
Yes.
We'll see you on the other side.
Do you know the way to Saint Tropez?
We will.
Yeah. Joe has to rent a car.
I have to get my international license on Friday.
Oh, look at you.
Well, it's a reminder. We'll see if it
Yeah,
happens. My to-do list is very long. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.